I'm back. Welcome to Luther's Tips, Tricks and Training from Crimson Guitars. I'm Ben Crow, and this video is brought to you by Roadblocks. I'm not going to talk too much about ADHD and executive dysfunction and all that sort of stuff. Don't worry. This is just a quick public safety announcement and a bit of an apology. If you want to see me talking about those things, there are a couple of videos on the channel, links in the description. After Glastonbury last year, so a year and a half ago, my life went absolutely sideways. I realized that I was utterly burnt out in both my professional and private life. I had just started treatment for ADHD, which all of you guys knew about, and I had no clue. The entire way that I think and talk and communicate, not only to you guys, but to my staff and friends and family, has changed. And I've been on this massive self-development, process. And for that entire time, what I've been creating on YouTube, what I've been putting out, has suffered. And it has suffered because there are more important things. Having my tools behind me in this manner, and it's not quite finished yet, and the lighting still needs to be sorted and all that jazz. This represents my brain coming back on stream. Today, I just wanted to talk about the roadblocks that got between me and doing what I wanted to do, but also how this affects you guys as creatives. If you want to be a professional guitar builder, you are probably, like me, a creative person who wants to be behind the workbench, who wants to be running the machinery, playing with wood. I tell you, this is now the second go through. The batteries died in my microphone, and I realized halfway through, now the camera's just gone. You like me, you want to be making. But in order to survive in business, you have got to also answer the emails, talk to clients, go to guitar shows, which is actually incredible fun. I'm sad I've missed the last few. That requires another type of person. And if you can find somebody like that to work with and / or for you, like I have done, I have an incredible team at Crimson Guitars. And frankly, I would be out of business now after this last incredibly crazy period if it was not for them. I do not have to even show my face at headquarters, but I know that those guys are on the ball doing everything the way that I would. And it's a major comfort to me. I've had many roadblocks getting in between me and not only creating the videos and the content and the instruments that I want to make, but also getting between me and fixing everything else. So obviously I've moved house and had to buy, moving house with no furniture and restocking an entire life from scratch is actually incredible fun, but stressful. The issue here has been that I have not been able to make the videos that I wanted because I was fixing everything else. I have been reading many books. Speaking of which, Atomic Habits, I forget, James Clear, I think. Check out Atomic Habits, we'll get to that later. I just felt that I had to make this video. It's non-standard for the channel because it can be useful. My environment has been chaotic, and having the tools behind me here now represents me being back to myself, coming back to the channel, coming back to being able to produce stuff. I had so many tools here waiting to be put into this incredible wardrobe into which I could fit an entire guitar building workshop. And any tiny project that I had didn't start or took twice as long because I couldn't find what I needed. And I didn't want to work because my environment sucked. So the first thing is genuinely fix your environment. Identify what is stopping you from building, stopping you from answering the emails. That's a problem. My computer is not set up all the time. I need to have a computer set up and on, and I need to get into the habit of answering my emails, answering my WhatsApp. I've got over 100 unanswered messages on WhatsApp that I need to get to. Don't even talk about my Instagram. Blow up my Instagram at The Real Ben Crow. Send me a bunch of messages and see if I actually listen to what I'm telling you here. I need to get to a point where I spend half an hour, an hour a day answering those things. And I need to trick myself into doing that. And this is where the Atomic Habits book comes in. It's about creating micro habits. So for example, I want to go through and answer all the YouTube comments, or as many as I can every day. It is not only good for the channel and the algorithm and all that sort of stuff, but it also gives me a dopamine rush, seeing what people are saying and seeing if people are enjoying what I'm doing. But then on top of that, you guys are smart, and I get huge amounts of ideas, fantastic ideas, from the comments. So what I need to do is create a micro habit. I need to train myself that when I have my second cup of coffee, third cup of coffee of the day, after the school run and all of that sort of stuff, I have that while I'm doing comments. After a week or two, that third cup of coffee would feel naughty without the computer open, without answering messages. Obviously, something else that got in between me and productivity was the fact that I couldn't find the tools, and I did not think that I had the time to spend to organize my workshop because I had so many big jobs that I needed to finish. I have got some major projects coming, some incredibly cool stuff. I am trying things with guitar inlays that have never been done before. I am learning metal smithing, silver smithing, tin smithing, pewter and silver and gold, and you saw me playing with sapphires and things. In order to do that, need to be able to clear my mind, because this is stuff I've not done before. I need to be able to know if I want an anvil, it's there. I've got tiny anvils in there. Hammers, they're over there. My jeweler's saw is over there. My chisels, some of my chisels are over there. I've got carving tools. I now can lay my hand on what I need in seconds. That has removed a major roadblock, not only to the productivity, but also to me getting started in the first place. And that's been the issue. I'm about to reprise, after many years and after thousands of people asking, taking a cheap kit guitar and making it great. We've bought the cheapest kit instrument on Amazon, and I'm going to see what I can do with it. Very excited. The longer builds, these giant inlays and things, they're going to take time. And I've also changed the way that I work. I'm not going to build guitars from start to finish myself all of the time. There are some of those. I used a hand plane yesterday and I nearly cried because I remembered how much I loved doing that sort of stuff. So do not worry. I'm not going to just be casting and melting metal and all that sort of stuff. Woodwork is still going to happen. On some of these projects, I'm using my team at Crimson Guitars, and they will build the parts of the guitar that you've seen me do many times, and send me the neck, and then I will go through, for example, and design and create, in this case, a 3D inlay. Do you think I should tattoo that somewhere? It's a pretty cool tattoo, isn't it? I've removed the roadblock, and when I finish sorting out this workshop, if you're interested, I'll do a tour of how it's all been set up and why it's better. I was talking to a friend the other day and I said, how do you get rid of executive dysfunction? He said, delete the to-do list. And on the face of it, that sounds silly. Reality is, potentially I should delete the to-do list and then rewrite it, and I'll only remember the important things. The trick is to figure out what the task is, work out a priority for that task, put in a plan of how you're going to get there, and then finally figure out what the roadblocks are, what is going to stop you from achieving that thing, and then work through that process. And that's what this video is about. Roadblocks for me, distraction. You've seen it happen just while I've been talking. Addictions, coffee, dopamine, social media, turn your phone off. Maybe you have to have loud music going all the time. Hi, how you doing? I've got multiple projects on right now, and sometimes it's hard to figure out which one of these things I'm actually going to work on. Is there any way that I can delegate certain things to other people, etc.? The micro habits that I've spoken about are one of those things. You can trick yourself into doing what you want to do, or doing things that you know you need to do that you don't want to do, like answering emails, for example. For me, it's also about a reward system. There is no point in beating yourself with a stick. I didn't film that video. This video, I wanted to film this yesterday, but I didn't because I decided I needed to spend a bit more time on this. I'm not beating myself up about that. I said, okay, fine, I will film this tomorrow. My poor editor will have a bit more of a rush, but I'm going to feel human again. This is my safe place. This is my safe space. This is me. This is me. My workshop, standing behind a workbench, is where I need to be in order to be happy. And the reward for doing that was this feeling that is going to persist. In the comments below, let me know if you're interested in this sort of video. Let me know what the roadblocks are in your life. What is stopping you from building guitars? What is stopping you from setting up a guitar building business? What is getting in between you and your dreams? And maybe we can sort of, as a hive mind, figure out solutions to that issue. I am so excited about the future. I am so happy about the plans that I've got. Not only am I finally attempting things that I've wanted to do in guitar building for decades now, but I'm also working with the team at Crimson and developing tools and jigs and processes for the shop at Crimson Guitars, for our luthiers supply side, and for the guitar building school, etc., that have been on that to-do list forever. Now, the final thing that I will leave you with is, if you're anything like me, when you write something down on the to-do list, your brain says, big check. Oh, that's been done. And you don't need to think about it anymore. I realized that, and it is now not so much of an issue because I sat down and, very atypically, I thought about my motivations. I thought about how I actually worked. For a lot of people, men in particular, to grossly generalize, we don't tend to analyze our feelings, our motivations, how we work. We just exist and crack on. I would heartily suggest that you sit down and actually take the time to think about what you're doing. I've got a massive task due this week. I need to go through that massive to-do list, and I need to do what I've just said. I need to prioritize. I need to figure out what projects I need to do. What are the I and only I? What are the projects that only I can do? What are the things that I can delegate on to other people? What are the things that I can just put in the bin? I'm going to have to, reward myself mightily after that. It's going to make a major difference. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please click like, subscribe if you have not yet. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And hey, as a precursor to the next video, which is going to be the beginning of this taking the cheapest kit guitar and making it great, what do you think I should do with an incredibly cheap Telecaster kit? What would you do in that case? What's stopping you from doing exactly that? I'll catch you on the flip side. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.